Hello everyone and welcome back to Very Cold Lasagna, your filthy casual place for all the filthy casual takes on the world of sports. And filthy casual fans, well, a crazy trade went down on Thursday night when we were all watching, or at least some of us were watching, Thursday Night Football only on Amazon Prime Video. My San Francisco 49ers made a massive trade for a certain running back that some of you may know, and that running back is for the Carolina Panthers in Christian McCaffrey. So yeah, last Thursday night they traded for Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey. Brief history lesson on Christian McCaffrey. He's a Pro Bowl running back. He is really good in the running game and in the receiving game as well. So he's a dual threat running back. I recommend watching some highlight videos if you never heard of the name. Because I can't give you a history lesson as a filthy casual fan myself, but he is really good. He was pretty much, I'd say, a whole chunk of the Panthers offense, per se. So the Niners gave a big chunk of draft picks for his services. So in return of getting Christian McCaffrey, they gave the Carolina Panthers their 2023 second, third, and fourth round picks for next April, as well as a 2024 fifth round pick. So the Niners are getting a really good running back, however, with a caveat, which I'll explain in a bit. But this adds a interesting dynamic in the offense. Obviously, you have Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings, all already there alongside, well, our quarterback, Jimmy G, or as I like to call him, Jimmy Garbage Fail. But under Kyle Shanahan, he's going to love using Christian McCaffrey in the backfield and in the receiving game. So, yeah, Niners fans were ecstatic. They were excited to get Christian McCaffrey on Thursday night. He's already in the Bay Area. He went through practice on Friday. They're going to plan on using him on Sunday against the Chiefs, but mainly in red zone plays to ease them into the offense. So yeah, this is a really interesting trade by the 49ers. But before I get to the 49ers side of things, I want to talk about the Panther side first, because it's clear and obvious that by trading Christian McCaffrey, it's rebuild time. They're dropping the hammer in Carolina. So it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad, to be honest with you. Like, after they went on that Super Bowl run in 2015, and they lost that Super Bowl convincingly to the Denver Broncos, it just went downhill. It just went rapidly downhill for the Panthers. Like, Cam Newton frequently got hurt after he won the MVP and lost that Super Bowl, and then he eventually got released by the team, and then Ron Rivera got fired, Josh Norman left, and then he proved to be washed as fuck. And then Luke Kuechly, their all-pro linebacker, retired. And then they became a shell of their former selves. And sure, they got Christian McCaffrey, but then look where he is now. And then once, like, their last saving grace, Christian McCaffrey, became the main focal point of the offense. And they tried to get a quarterback several times with Sam Darnold, now Baker Mayfield. They thought they got the right coach at Matt Rule. And then once Matt Rule started to micromanage everything, then, yeah, it all went to shit. So, and then here we are, just in the month of October. Matt Rule's fired, and Steve Wilkes is there, and Robbie Anderson gets traded to Arizona, and then just days later, Christian McCaffrey gets traded to San Francisco. So, pretty much at this point, they're going to go so damn hard to get that number one overall pick. They are going to go the distance to the tank. They're going to ride the tank so hard that they want that number one overall pick in April for a quarterback. Now, there are more pressing needs on this team than just a quarterback. They need an offensive line. They still have the defense, though. But, yeah, the name of the game in this NFL is offense. They need a quarterback. They need a running back. They need more receivers outside of DJ Moore. They obviously need an offensive line. So their whole offense needs a total rebuild. and new face of the game. They need a better head coach. So whether their owner really wants to commit to that, we'll see. As for my 49ers, well, I have some conflicting feelings about this trade. On the one hand, I like the fact I really like Christian McCaffrey as a player because he's a really good running back. He can get between the tackles. He can go outside the tackles, make people miss in the running game. So, and then as a receiver, he can really make people miss. He can really put people down in the pass catching game, and especially when Jimmy G goes for the screen game, goes for the check down game. Oh shit, Jimmy G's gonna love that. Kyle Shanahan's gonna celebrate that. He's gonna drool over that shit. Especially in the red zone. Oh shit, he's gonna try to take a full advantage of that on Sunday against the Chiefs. So yeah, Christian, like I like that part of Christian McCaffrey. I think he can have that potential on that team, and especially in 2023 because he's here around long term. He's not just a 1-year rental. I do think that the Niners are gonna try to restructure his contract, and I do think it's not set in stone, but he probably will restructure his deal because that extension he did in Carolina carries over here. Here's the downside though. He is an injury-prone back. He missed over 20 games in the span of 2 seasons, and those were season-ending injuries, mind you. So, I think he also missed a couple of games in 2019 as well. So, they have to be very careful with him. And yes, this is an injury mania team, mind you, with a very bad strength and conditioning staff, a bad training staff, mind you. So, getting Christian McCaffrey on the backs of getting some of your key players back from injury mania. So, they better hope this pans out, health wise, because if it doesn't, and the Niners are just gonna look like big losers, for this trade. So, yeah, all in all, I just hope that this works out. The Niners better hope this works out. They better hope they can keep Christian McCaffrey healthy. It's not the other way around. They better hope Christian McCaffrey stays healthy. They better hope the Niners keep Christian McCaffrey healthy. Because if they don't keep Christian McCaffrey healthy, then this trade will turn out to be just a big waste of time and a big waste of resources. Because there could have been other things that they could have traded for. There could have been other things that they could have used their resources on, like an offensive line, a center, or a corner. Offense is the name of the game, but they could have used their resources on something. We have a running back in Jeff Wilson Jr. I mean, sure, he's not a pass catching back like Christian McCaffrey or an all-purpose back like Christian McCaffrey is, but we have running backs. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Christian McCaffrey, but there's a lot of risk coming with this move. So, not trying to be negative at all, but just trying to think of it from an optimistically realism move, or a realistically optimistic move. So, if that makes any sense. So anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts on the Christian McCaffrey trade for the 49ers. Let me know your thoughts on what you think about this move, whether you're a Niners fan or a Panthers fan or just a general NFL fan. Let me know your thoughts about if this is a good move by the Niners or a fail move by them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, this is DylanLasagna signing out, a very cold lasagna. And until next time, peace out.